Unmute yourself, Fred.
Yes, so good evening, everybody. It's great to be on this call. I welcome everybody to this particular training. Thank you, Grace, for that introduction. And I just want to say that today is a special day for us to be learning about this. And I've been in Neolife for many years, for more than 20 years, but I feel brand new. I feel so energetic. I feel so excited about Neolife. And I know where we are going. We are going somewhere major. We've already done a lot. Sorry, Grace has talked about it. I remember joining this business as a young man in my 20s. I didn't have a lot of knowledge about business. I didn't know much about business. But my sponsor promised me that he was going to teach me, he was going to train me, he was going to show me what to do. I trusted him, and he took me step by step, grew me. I didn't have a lot of confidence to build this business, but thanks to Neolife, I got the correct and relevant training which I needed, which helped me to grow. And the information I'm going to share with you today is information I've gotten over the 20 years I've been in Neolife, more than 20 years actually. And I've learned it the hard way in most cases. And the beauty about being an upline is that I can be able to share this information with you so that you can apply it in your business. And you can be able to actually grow faster. Yeah. And really achieve a lot of success. And that is my prayer. And that is a prayer that Grace Ngatia has. She wants you to grow. She wants you to become a director. For those who are not yet directors, she wants you to go world team. She wants you to travel the world. I remember when Grace got in and you were telling her, one day we'll travel the world with you. She did not believe it at first, but it happened. And we've traveled with her severally. Mary Jane as well. She came in and she was wondering, will this thing work? And Grace took her hand, coached her, walked with her the journey. And we traveled with Mary Jane all the way to South Africa and back. And I just want to encourage everybody on the call. Don't look at where you are right now. Just look at where you're going. Have faith in God. And God will never let you down. If Fred Gishuki, somebody was really, because my sponsor was very far away, so I did a hit or a miss. I was trying out things, and some were working, some were not working. And I built this business to where it is right now. If I can do it with what I was going through, then I always believe anybody can do it, and especially so when you have an upline, a trainer on the ground who is showing you step by step what to do, what not to do, avoid this, do this, you actually don't have a reason to fail. You will actually succeed. And I always say the people who fail in your life are those people who don't start and those who quit. But so long as you stick in your life, the longer you stick, the easier it gets. Yeah. I remember struggling to do even 50 points. But nowadays, the first day of the month, I've done over 100 points. So it's amazing how it works out, that you start small, but you can actually grow and you become a trainer and you become so successful. And then you're wondering, why was I bothered about 100 points or 200 points personal or 300? Because it's become easy. Yeah. But when you're starting, of course, it's a bit tough. And that's where the training like these ones come in. That's where your upline comes in, the coaching and all that. So if you're teachable and available, I guarantee you one thing, though it may tarry, it shall come to pass. And I always tell people, don't be the kind of guy who quits too soon, that when success comes, it doesn't find you there. That will be so sad. Hang in there, keep on doing it. Don't listen to anybody out there. They will come up with funny gimmicks and funny schemes, pyramid schemes and all that. I have seen so many of those things in my life. I never listened to them. I never even looked at them. And today they come to me and they tell me, I wish I had stayed with you in your life. Yeah. So today my session is on customer care. And customers are special to us. And when I joined Neolife, I was told you don't have to sell. And I wondered, if I don't have to sell and I'm supposed to move products, how does that work? And until I was shown the system that I'm going to show you today, then I realized actually you can make money, you can move products without having to sell. And that to me was so exciting because I was not very good at selling. And I failed in selling insurance. But when I came to Neolife, I was shown a system that if you follow and if you apply the things that I'm going to share with you, there's quite a bit that I want to share with you, and I'll have to move a bit fast because of time. But if you apply these principles, I tell you, you will be able to build a business and a personal, your personal PV will escalate. And if you duplicate it in your team, then you will find that qualifying will not be a problem. Because the ideal situation of Neolife is that if you sponsor 3 people plus yourself, if you look at the example that you normally have for BOP, if the 4 of you each is doing 1,000 points, that is already 4,000 points. Everybody is making money. Everybody is smiling to the bank. You have 3 senior managers under you and yourself, each doing 1,000. That is already 4,000. And you're walking home with a check of over 80,000 Kenya shillings and very good profit to boot. And it is doable. It is very doable. And it's something that has been done. There are several teams that have used that system, and they're doing very, very well. So that is my goal today, that if you sponsor 3 and they all do 1,000 and you're also doing 1,000, that's already a 4,000 units. So now you are now looking to help at least one of them to do 4,000 so that now you can go to the next level, or you'll be talking about world team level. So let's start off, and let me just quickly share. I won't share any slides because this is something that I've not yet developed slides for it, but I'll just talk to you and just share with you what I have. And the first thing that I want to share, the first part of customer care, is before you care for these customers, you have to get them. So how do you get these customers? That's where I want to start. Because I always believe there are some people who are probably new and maybe they have 1 or 2 customers and they're wondering, okay, so you're talking about customer care, but I only have 1. Yeah. So I want to show you how can you develop a customer base so that you can be able to be having 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 customers that you're servicing every month with our products. So for you to get customers, it starts with you. It starts with you. And this is something that I really want to emphasize for the distributors on the call. You have to take up the challenge of becoming 100% user of Neolife products. Now, what do I mean 100% use of Neolife products? I mean that there should not be anything in your house that you're using today that Neolife is selling and you're buying from the supermarket. That is the greatest crime that you can do to your business. You'll be like that butchery man who is selling meat, but when he wants to eat the meat, he goes to buy meat from a neighbor. Now, for sure, if you see a butchery man who is buying meat for his own consumption from the neighbor, and yet he's selling you his meat, would you really buy for him? You wouldn't buy from him. You would go to the neighbors, because you'll ask yourself, how comes he's buying meat from the neighbor for his own use, and then he's expecting me to buy meat from him? This meat of his must have a problem. Yeah. So another thing why you should use your own products. When you spend X amount of money, maybe every month you buy detergent, you buy some lotions for your skin, you buy basically the things that the consumables that you use in your house. Some detergent for the house, you go and buy an air freshener for the toilet, you buy Harpic and all these things that you're buying from the chemist, from the supermarket. And that is money that you're spending. If you quantify that money, let's say you are spending 2,000 or 3,000 every month on soap alone that you're buying from the supermarket. At the end of the year, if you take 3,000 times 12, that is 36,000 shillings that you have given to somebody else's business. If you had put that 36,000 shillings in Neolife, you'd have already been paid a bonus by Neolife by just spending 36,000 shillings buying Neolife products. Not to mention that you're buying the products at wholesale, the products are organic, they are natural, and they protect you from getting cancer. By the way, for your information, research shows that if you're using chemical detergents, the ones we buy from the supermarket, you have a 30% chance of getting cancer from those things. And the reason for that is very simple. When you wash your kikombe with your ushindi or whatever, and you take that tea and you feel the taste of that ushindi goes to your stomach. And the same way it dries grass when you pour that water out there is the same way it will dry your stomach and you'll get stomach cancer. So for you to avoid getting cancer, for you to avoid your kids getting sick, it is a high time you change from buying things from the supermarket to buying things from Neolife. Now, I know the thing that goes into people's mind when I talk about that, they say, these products are too expensive. How do you expect me to buy LDC, to buy Super 10, to buy G1? I mean, those things are too expensive and I still have other commitments. By the way, the truth of the matter is this. Our products are very, very cheap compared with what is in there in the market. Let me give you an example. If you buy G1 laundry for washing your clothes, you will not scrub your clothes. The water that remains, you can pour it on your crops. So your clothes will last longer. But the G1 itself that you buy, you're going to use one G1. If you're washing clothes once every 3 days, let's say you have a small baby, and you're washing clothes once every 3 days, you will only need a teaspoon for every wash. So when you do your calculation, G1 laundry is going to last you 1 year in your house. I mean, even if you bought it at 3,000 shillings, 1 year, I mean, that's too reasonable. The truth of the matter is that our products are very, very economical and very reasonably priced. But you have to convince yourself for you to believe in it. If you look at LDC, you shower with it, you wash your utensils. I don't want to say we brush our teeth with it once in a while, but some of us do, especially when you have a cavity. But you don't do that every day. You don't do that every day. You just do it once in a green moon. And you have to put toothpaste as well and make sure you rinse thoroughly. But LDC will last in your house for about 3 to 4 months. I mean, the savings that you get from LDC are amazing. And then you don't have to buy all these detergents, all these things. So bottom line is this. For you to get a strong customer base, you have to become 100% user. Because when you talk to your customer and you tell them about these products, they look at your eyes and they see you are not sure because you're not using the products. When you talk about the supplements, you want to be looking like you're using supplements. Let me tell you one thing. When I look at somebody's face, I know whether this person is using TNN or not. Because if you're using TNN, there's a shiny layer of skin that appears on your face. But people who are not using TNN, you find that their skin looks very dull and that kind of thing. Because this skin of the person using TNN is radiating from inside. So make sure you use your products 100%. Now, I'm going to give you a list of items that I recommend as a basic items that each of us should be using. And I can tell you, when I joined this business, I was only earning 10,000 shillings. So I could not afford all these products that I'm talking about. But what did I do? I purposed to become 100% user. So I bought LDC, I bought Super 10, I could not afford G1, I bought Formula 4, and I bought aloe vera gel. Those are the 4 things that I had. And I did not use anything else. I showered with LDC, I washed my clothes with Super 10, I ate my Formula 4, and I applied aloe vera gel. So I was 100% user of Neolife products. I was not touching any chemical out there. And then I started buying the products one at a time until I reached a point whereby I had everything that I needed to have from Neolife. So I just want to encourage you that it is doable. I'm going to give you the list. If you have the money, you can buy it all at once and replace everything in your house with Neolife products. But if you don't have the money, don't worry about it. Start small, start where you are. Buy an LDC, a 3NN, a Super 10, then grow it that way. One day you'll also be having everything that you need from Neolife. So what are the products that I recommend for you to become a 100% user? The first product is the LDC. LDC is important for your viombos, for showering, for shampooing your hair, so many things around the house. Super 10. Super 10 is your air freshener, is your stain remover. Sorry, it will remove stains from the carpet, from the walls. It will kill your cockroaches, your mosquitoes, and all that. Yeah. 1 liter of Super 10 dilutes to 20 liters, and you use it in your house for about 4 months. Yeah. So Super 10 is incredible. It's an incredible product. Third product that you need to have in the house, G1 laundry. You simply soak your clothes, give them 30 minutes, remove, rinse, hang. You don't scrub. Yeah. Next product that you need in your house, as far as home care is concerned, is called Care. Care is a disinfectant, and it replaces Dettol. 1 liter of Care you use for 1 year. Yeah. So you find that the economy that you get from just 1 liter of Care is incredible. You don't need Harpic, you don't need Jik, you don't need all those things. You have Care and you have Super 10. Your toilets will be sparkling clean, your bathtub and everything. Yeah. Now, the next product that is important for you, when it comes to lotions, don't buy Lady Gay and all those. I know ladies have their own mafutas, they apply cocoa butter and all those things. You don't need those things. What you need is hand and body lotion. Hand and body lotion will sort you out. I was sharing the other day, my daughters were having a challenge with acne, and they applied hand and body lotion, and the acne disappeared before they were using Vaseline and other things. Yeah. The other product that you need, aloe vera gel. For every cut, burn, bruise, muscle ache, pain that you have in your body, pimples, rashes, you need to be on aloe vera gel. Very, very important. A tube of aloe vera gel will last you about 4 months. So it is totally worth it. Yeah. Next thing that you need when we come to supplements now, first product is 3NN. 3NN is absolutely important for ensuring that your cells are functioning properly. Alternatively, you can take the Pro Vitality Plus. Pro Vitality Plus will have 3NN, it will have omega-3, it will have the minerals, and it will have carotenoid complex. Yeah. But if you don't do the Pro Vitality, you can do 3NN, you do omega-3, very important. You do carotenoid complex, you do CalMag, and right now, because of COVID, you need to be on vitamin C and zinc. Actually, vitamin C and zinc should be mandatory in your house. And I promise you one thing, these two products will save you a lot of money, especially with COVID-19. So that when you are going out, you make sure you swallow some vitamin C and some zinc. When you go there and somebody breathes on you and you get the coronavirus, your body's defenses are able to fight it so you don't fall sick. And these products, I've used it and they've done magic, wonderful things for people with COVID. So these are some of the products that you should have. These are the basic products that you should have in your house. If you want to add other things, you can add, but these are just basic products that you should have. For me, I made a commitment to use every product in Neolife. The only one I've never used is Feminine Herbal, but the rest I have. Yeah. So you can give yourself that task and go for it depending on your needs and the needs of your family. And let me tell you a secret. The more you use, the more you sell. The less you use, the less you sell. So the choice is yours. Do you want to sell? Do you want to make money? Then make sure that you're a 100% user of Neolife products. Whether you're going to do it a bit every month until finally you have all the products, that depends on you. And one thing I want to tell you is when you buy a product, make sure you write a date on that product when you started using it, so that now you can see how long it's going to last, and that will give you confidence, and you'll be able to see actually that you are saving a lot of money by using your own products. So that's the first step. Be your own best customer before you get other people to become customers. Just like on the networking side, you have to become very good at what you're doing so that your downlines can be able to duplicate you. Same thing with customers. You have to be a good user of your products so that the people you talk to can also duplicate you and start using your products. Second point, how to get customers. Prospect massively. We talk about getting 2 new names every day. When you're getting 2 new names every day, you're introducing those people to the business and you're explaining to them how the business works. Majority of them will say no. No in our case is a very good thing because somebody who says no to you automatically becomes your customer. And from your customer, you make money 2 ways. You make profits when you sell to them. At the end of the month, you are paid a bonus on the same volume. So on our customers, you can become rich with customers. So when somebody says no, don't be sad, be excited because you've actually gotten a customer that you can actually share with about the products. So the people that say, let me go think about it. The best way to think about it is when they're using a product, sell to them a product. Those who says, let me go pray about it, let me consult my husband, let me, whatever, so long as they don't join on the spot, get them to start using some products. That is the secret. Anybody who comes and attends a meeting and is thinking about it, or he says, I don't have the money to start now, let me look for money. Get him on a product immediately. That's the best follow-up that you can do. Anytime he's swallowing tree and then he's thinking, hey, I need to join this thing. Yeah. It beats you calling him and asking him, hey, sasa pesa ulifikisha wapi? Yeah. So get the people who are thinking about it on the products immediately. That's the second point. The third point, share your story from the product usage point of view to as many people as possible. Remember, you're already using some products. Maybe you're having chronic fatigue. Maybe you had an issue. Maybe there's somebody in your family who had an issue and they used the products and they felt a difference. Share that story with everybody that you meet. When somebody asks you, what do you guys have for arthritis? Before you even tell him, oh, we have Calmag, omega-3, zinc, or whatever, you tell him, oh, by the way, you have a challenge with arthritis. Yes. But then, I had an incident. And you give a genuine story. You don't lie. You give a testimony either of yourself or of somebody else that used the product and it worked for them. The thing that will convince people is not facts. Facts don't sell. Stories sell. So when you give stories about what the products have done for you, what the products have done for your customers, what the products have done for people in your team, and you say, my colleague in the business had a challenge with arthritis, and they used the products, and the problem disappeared. That's a testimony that nobody can argue with. No professional can argue with your testimony because it is your life's journey. But if you tell them TNN is made from lipids and sterols and all that, he will ask you, are you a medic? Are you a pharmacist? But when you tell them, when you use TNN, I use TNN, and I used to feel very fatigued. And today I'm so full of energy, and I'm so excited about TNN. He will ask you, how much is a bottle? He won't have time to ask you what is the chemical formula. No. Testimonies are powerful. And how do you get testimonies? Using the products yourself, coming for training, interacting with members of Neolife. Especially training will give you so many testimonies. From your own customers as well, you'll get testimonies which you can now use with other people. So the third point is share your story to everybody you meet, from the product side and also from the business side. That's very important. Number 4, identify the customer's needs and recommend the appropriate products. Now, you have to be a good listener. You have to listen and listen in between the lines to the customers the people that you meet. And to be very observant, you might meet somebody in church today and is limping. Last week, he was not limping. As a caring person, you need to go there and ask, what is the problem, so and so? I can see you are limping today. What happened? What happened to your leg? And they'll give you a story. Maybe they got injured. Maybe they have arthritis. Maybe this, maybe that. And you can mention there, by the way, I might have a solution for this leg of yours, because I know somebody who had a similar challenge and they used some products and they got assisted. And I think even if you have to use the same products, you can get assisted. So that way, you're able to get a customer by observing people, seeing the need, and then just approaching the person. Let's say you are up country, like Mary Jane, and you walk near a shamba and you see the maize that this person has planted. They look so worn out and they look like they're on their last leg. They're not growing very well. And you stop and say, so and so, hey, I've seen your shamba and I think I have something which can help you to make sure that your maize grows the right way and to increase your harvest. You see, that's, you've seen a need and you've covered that need. So it is up to that person to either buy the products or continue getting a poor harvest. Whether they buy or not, they will know that there is a better deal out there. It's only that they were stubborn and they didn't buy it. And one day, that seed that you have planted, they'll come back to you and say, do you still sell that thing that improves maize? So identify a need and listen to people, listen to what people say, and also recommend the products. That's number 4. And another thing, have courage. That's part of number 4. Have courage to talk. Remember one thing, you are doing this person a big, big favor. If somebody is suffering from arthritis and he cannot sleep at night, then you introduce him to some products and the arthritis disappeared. Now, did this person do you a favor or you did them a favor? You did them a favor. If you had not showed up, if you had not talked to them, they'd be having that pain probably for the rest of their lives. But you showed up and you gave them some products and they got well. So don't apologize too much about this business. Don't be scared of talking to people. Just know that you are offering the best products that are there. Whether they go to America, whether they go wherever they go, Neolife is the best and they can never get a better supplement. So by you knowing that you have the best product and the best opportunity, then don't be shy about sharing with people and telling them you'd rather even sell your trouser to buy these products because they'll sort out your problem. Because the truth is, I have seen so many people who have been sorted out by Neolife products. And I know that even if you sold a trouser or a bed and you bought these products and you gave to somebody and they got healed, your health is more important than those material things. You can buy them back. Yeah. But you have to build yourself and have that belief that what you're offering is the best so that when somebody does not take it up, you don't feel bad. You've done them a favor, they've refused, the problem is theirs, not yours. For you, you're still continuing with your business and your life. Number 5, sorry. How to get customers. Help new distributors to make 2 name lists. A new distributor needs to make a name list for prospects that is going to talk to about the business and another name list for prospective customers. What happens with most distributors, when you tell them to make a name list, they'll put the list of people that they're going to talk to about the business. They look at their friends who are not doing very well financially, who need money, who need an opportunity. That's the people that they will write in their name list that they're going to talk to about the business. They will not include the people who, the neighborhood, the landlord where they stay, the rich people in the neighborhood. Those ones are not put because they say these ones already are making too much money. They will not be interested in this business. But now when you get another name list for customers, you'll find that the same distributor will now take the names of the richest people in the neighborhood, the rich uncle, the rich aunt, and he'll put them as prospective customers. And the good thing about doing this is this. When you start prospecting these people, you'll be amazed to find that the people who will join faster are not even the ones whom the distributor thought needed the opportunity. It is these rich people who understand that money is good and want to save money and they want to live a longer life and they just want to enjoy life. They will join faster than these other people that the distributor wanted to interest in the business so that they can be able to benefit from the business. So get the distributor to make 2 name lists, one for prospective distributors and one for prospective customers. And then you start contacting them at the same time. Now let's move to the next part of my presentation. How do you service these customers once you have them? Once you have customers, how do you service them? The first point make sure you install the products. Don't deliver products to a customer. What is the difference? Installing is going there with Super 10 and doing a small demonstration with Super 10 before you leave. That's installation. Installing is having TNN and making sure that you take a TNN or you give the client a TNN, he bites, and you also bite a TNN on the spot so that he is comfortable with swallowing tablets. That is installing products to a customer. But delivering is just going and dropping and running. So always endeavor to install the product. And when you're installing a product, what you'll find is you'll be able to get another order because you'll go there and maybe you're delivering TNN. And then you find your client has a very beautiful carpet. And you're like, wow, this carpet is beautiful. Always remember one thing, a good compliment will take you miles away. It will Sorry, I muted myself there. So a good compliment is important. So you give a compliment and then you tell him, by the way, I have a product that can maintain this carpet the same color forever. And they'll be like, which product is that? And there you've talked about carpet glow. And the client will be like, okay, you brought me tree and then I think I need that carpet glow for this carpet. I don't want this carpet to change in color. You've gotten an order right there. So make sure that you go there and you install the product, sit with the client and have a conversation, and you will actually find that you'll get other orders. Now, second thing that is important, other than installing the products, maintain proper records. Maintain proper records. Show the day the client bought the products, the likely reorder date, and which product they bought and at what price. This is very important. And make sure you know how much profit you made from every sale. But maintain proper records so that you know that this Super 10 will end on a certain day, and then you can be able to follow up the client to buy some more. You can even prompt the client to buy some more. I have seen distributors who come in and they do 250 points, 500 points. They sell all the products, but next month they cannot do 100. Why? Because they never kept the record of the customers they sold to. They know the products moved, but they don't know how much profit they made. They don't know whom they sold to. That is not the right way to do business. Maintain proper customer records. Number 3, develop a broadcast list of customers. Now, a broadcast list is in your WhatsApp. If you don't know how to do a broadcast list, ask your upline, but it's something that is in WhatsApp, and it's a group that you develop where people are able to chat. They chat directly with you, but they cannot chat with each other. So you find that when you send a message, each will respond separately, but each will not see the other's response. And you can be able to engage them. And the good thing about it is, like for me, I think I have about 5 or 6 broadcasts. Each on average has about maybe 200, 150, 150 people. So you can imagine if I have 6 broadcasts, each with 150 people, in about 3 seconds, I can actually send a message to more than 1,000 people by just putting a message on each broadcast and sending, which takes me less than 5 minutes. But I'm able to talk to more than 1,000 people. Yeah, that is the power of leverage. So make sure you start your own broadcast list of customers. Again, I said, if you don't know how to do it, talk to your upline, they'll be able to guide you. Then number 4, invite the customers to attend product Zoom presentations. What I find is where information goes, products move. When we have a Zoom meeting, maybe you are talking about Supergrow, maybe you are talking about skincare, maybe you are talking about fertility products, just invite your customers. I started a health clinic every Sunday, and then I've seen some of you attending. And that health clinic is just about products, and then we have a question and answer session right there. Now that's a session that you can invite your customers because they're not really talking about business. We are just talking about the products of Neolife and how wonderful they are. And that customer, once he comes there, he'll become so charged up, he'll want to try out the products. Yeah. Now, The next point, I think, should be number 5. Conduct health seminars via Zoom for your customers. How does that work? Even if you have one customer or 2 customers, just organize a Zoom meeting, set it up, hook up that customer, do a health seminar via Zoom. It is doable and you can do it. And when you do health seminars, what happens is that people will come, they learn about the products, and they'll say, I want that, I will want that. Even if they don't buy immediately, they will buy because now they have the information that they require. The next point, always give brochures, catalogs. Health is your greatest wealth. When a customer buys something from you, the profit that you get from any customer, don't just eat all the products, the profit. Channel back some of the profits back into the business. How do you do that? You actually make sure that you give that client a catalog free of charge, or give them health is your greatest wealth. It will cost you maybe 200 shillings. But that client will go home, start reading health is your greatest wealth, or read the catalog, and they'll be like, I want this one, I want that one, I want this one. So the orders that you'll get from this client will actually surpass the 240 shillings that you actually used to buy that catalog or that book. Remember one thing, where information goes, products move. Another thing that you can do, make sure you forward recordings of products that are available on YouTube, or you can ask me to send you some to the relevant customers. For example, if you have a friend who is a farmer, we have a very good training on Supergrow. Send it to that friend. Tell him, by the way, there's something miraculous here. If you have this knowledge, I tell you, your business, your crops will grow like there's no tomorrow. And he will come, and he will come and he will attend the meeting, he will listen, and after listening, he has the information, he will now order the products, okay? Now, so always give brochures, catalogs, health is your greatest wealth, to your customer as a gift. The next point, I think it's number 7. Do product demonstrations for customers. Now, this one was working very well, especially before COVID came in. But either way, where you can, always endeavor to do a demonstration for a customer, because the demonstrations convince customers faster than anything else that you're going to say about the products, especially the demonstration of washing people's hands with Vaseline and LDC. When you apply Vaseline and you wash with LDC, you find that the hands becomes very soft and the fat disappears. Yeah, that's a very good demonstration. The next point, do proper follow-up of your customers. What do I mean by proper follow-up? Once somebody has bought an item, make sure you call them within a day to find out how they're using the product and what benefits have they gotten. Have they gotten any challenges? Because if you don't do that, most customers end up misusing or messing up that product. Then they tell you, this thing of yours is not economical. But they were not even diluting the LDC or the Super 10. But you, because you sold it to them, you did not follow up to find out, are they using the product correctly? So always take time to find out how they are using the products. And that is what you are saying. Do proper follow-up with your customers. Point number 9. Have some incentives for your customers. What do I mean by incentives? I have seen people who tell their customers, if you buy products worth 100 points this month, I'm going to give you a gift. That's one way of doing it. Another way of giving an incentive, which I do quite a bit, is that if you give me a big order, I buy something for you for free and I give it to you. And I tell you, just enjoy this because you've made a good purchase. I give hand and body lotion. That's one of my favorite products that I give, because many people don't know about it, and it's a fantastic product. Yeah. Okay, so give incentives to your customers. Number 10, recognize important events in your customers' lives. You're talking about birthdays, anniversaries, all those things. And when you recognize those days and you send them a message, you send them a card, you remember their birthday, you remember their anniversaries, or the national days like Moi Day, Labor Day. Just send them a message. Tell them, I wish you a pleasant and happy Labor Day. Remember one thing, people will not want to know what you know until they know that you care. So you have to show your people that you care for them. And by sending a message, wishing them a happy anniversary or a happy birthday or Merry Christmas, that person feels that for you, it's not just about business, but you are actually a friend. And you see, when you build a relationship, a friendship with your customer, he will never move and go to anybody else because you are so bonded, you are so strongly bonded. He doesn't want to mess up the relationship. Now, the next important thing, this is number what? Number 11. Always wish customers a happy birthday, happy Diwali, happy Labor Day, Merry Christmas. Basically recognize the national events that happen and religious events. Number 12, send customers at least one informative forward for the month. What I normally do, I normally send informative information on my broadcasts, but I don't do it every day. I do it like once in a month. Unless there's something that is so extraordinary, then I'll send a second time. But I usually do it once in a month. The reason is this. I don't want to tire these people because I have been in a situation where somebody is sending me messages and I can see it's a broadcast over and over again. He was in another network marketing company. I simply went out and I just blocked him on my phone. Yeah. So don't be a nuisance. So do it like once in a month. The thing they just need to know is that you are still in business and you're excited about the product. So once a month is good enough. Wakiwa na shida watakupigia simu wakuambia niko na shida fulani naumwa na hapa na hapa na hapa, what can I use? Because they now recognize you as an authority. But don't give them so once they recognize you as an authority, then you find that now it will be easier for you. Okay. Now, the next thing. So give at least one informative forward per month. Number 13, take time to make calls to the most promising customers and find out how they are keeping. People want to know that you care, that you're not just after after profit. Take time and give a call to customers that are potential, those people who do very good orders. Take time, put some credit on your phone and just call them, find out how they are doing. Wajulie hali. When you do that, what happens is you find that these customers will get so excited. They'll be like, this person really cares for me. And they will actually be able to place an order or recommend other people to buy from you. Yeah. So take time to make calls to customers. Don't just send messages. The next point, make sure you make profits with every sale. Now, there's this practice whereby some people sell products at wholesale to customers. And you're doing that because you think that by lowering the price, you'll get a customer and you'll keep it. The reality of it is, it's not the price that actually determines whether the customer will buy or not. There are so many other things that will make a client to buy. If a client likes you, he'll buy your product. Because this client that you're reducing price, the price of, let's say, 3NN is retail is what, 3,800 and something. And you decide to sell to this client 3,300, which is the buying price. Number one, the difference is so minimal. It's only 500 shillings. This client that you are reducing that, do you want to tell me they can't afford 500 shillings? The truth is they can afford much, much more than that. But you yourself, what you have done is that you have denied yourself some profit. So you are working and you're not getting paid because you have decided to sell things at wholesale. That is the wrong approach. And if you do that, you won't even get people joining your business because why should they join? And they're already getting products at wholesale. Always make sure that you sell your products at retail and you make a profit on top of that. If there is any delivery, make sure the client is the one who is paying for delivering those products to wherever they want to go. Don't be the one paying delivery from your profit and you're actually delivering, like you have to hire a vehicle or get a boda and go all the way, and yet you're the one paying for it. It doesn't make sense. So make sure you make profit from your sales. Yeah. Don't be harsh about it, but just make sure you make profit from your sale. Yeah. It's very important so that you can hit the target. Because when you make a profit from a sale and you buy yourself a sweet, you feel very good because it's your money, you have made it. Or you buy your kids something to buy it, or a gift, and you come home with it. You feel fulfilled because you're in business and you should be making money on a daily basis. Okay, so that is on customer care, and that is basically a few points on servicing customers. I want to finish with just sharing what should you not do. Um, what is it that you should not do to customers? The first thing that you should not do is that you should not argue with your customers. One of the things that you are taught in the hotel industry is that the customer is always right. Sometimes he may be dead wrong, but he's still right. And you have to assume he's right because he's right for himself. He's the one who's producing the money to buy. So for you, he may be totally wrong, but don't argue with the guy. Just take him with the way he is, recommend the product. If he's not interested, leave it at that. If he says, I want this one, I don't want this one, go with that. Don't argue with the guy. And he will actually discover by himself that what you are recommending is better than what he took. But don't argue with the customer. Because when you argue with the customer, it arouses resentment and he will not be ordering from you again. Number two, don't delay orders. Deliver on time. Let a customer not order today and receive the product like 5-6 days later. That is not good at all. Because the more you delay orders, the people get disgruntled. They may not tell you, but the next time they want to buy, they'll be like, I don't think this thing takes too long. I'd rather look for something nearby that I can start using. Let me give you an example. Maybe somebody has a son or a daughter who has contracted COVID, and he gives you an order for vitamin C and zinc. And then you deliver vitamin C and zinc 2 weeks later or 1 week later. Surely, have you done service to that customer? By the time you're delivering the vitamin C and zinc, this kid is already critical. He's already critically ill. It is not fair. So do whatever it takes to deliver the products, if possible, within 48 hours. If you're very far away and the product has to come maybe from Nairobi and all that, and advise the customer, it will take this long. And then you stick to what you promise. Don't say I'll deliver in 2 days and then you deliver in 6 days. Yeah, that is a very, very wrong approach. Now, the next point, don't oversell the benefits of the products. Don't tell the customer so many crazy things that the products will do that he buys. And then once he buys, he uses the products, it doesn't do all the things that you said, he gets so discouraged. So don't oversell the products. Just be honest and give him the right information as far as what the products can do. Number 4, don't recommend too many products for one condition. And where you recommend the full program, you still help the client to prioritize based on the money that they have. Especially for a new client will even just buy one product, 3NN, and is happy with that. But that one product, after he uses it and he feels a difference, he'll come back and buy the rest. Yeah. So when you talk to a client, especially a new one, don't give him a list of 10, 12 products that he's supposed to buy maybe for one condition, diabetes. Give him like 3, 4, 5 products. And you tell him, in case you don't have money for all these, then we can see how we can prioritize the products. But of course, they work better when they're all of them. So if you have money, get them all of them. But if you can't, then we'll prioritize and see which ones to leave out and which ones to take. And many a times when I make that statement, they tell me, no, I'm taking everything. I don't want to leave everything. My health is more important than money. They close themselves, yeah? So don't recommend too many products, always prioritize. The last point here is don't just call the customers at month end when you need PV. That's one challenge that we have in Neolife. You keep quiet on your customers, they've not heard from you the whole month. Then month end, you're on the phone and you're calling, asking customers for orders. And they realize, oh, it's month end. Aka kamtu kanataka PV, they want to close the month. Yeah. So customers will start feeling like you are using them. and they'll stop buying from you. So these are a few don'ts that you shouldn't, things that you should not do to customers, because they put them off and you end up losing customers. As I conclude, I just want to say that customer care is a lot of fun. Always make your customers your friends. I can tell you, like yesterday, we went with my wife to deliver a product to one of our customers. She had bought the full weight loss program. And we had so many other errands that we were going to do after that. So we landed in her house about 2 something in the afternoon. We found her there with the son, and she welcomed us in, and we started having a chat, and we were there for the whole afternoon. We didn't go anywhere else after that. We spent time with her. We left there a few minutes to 6, and we just drove back home, and our day was over. And it was a day well spent, because this customer has been buying from me from 1990 something, the products. So she's no longer a customer, she's a friend. My wife had never met her, so she met her for the first time. But we had such a good conversation, we were laughing so hard. In fact, she didn't want us to leave. Even the son was like, hey, that was a very good afternoon, well spent. And that's a customer. That is the level that you need to reach with your customer. The consignment I delivered to her, I calculated later, I saw I'd made about 7,000 shillings from just that one purchase. Yeah. So if you take care of your customers very well, they give you what we call residual income, income that comes in many, many years after the initial sale. Since I met this lady, it's been more than 20 years, but she was even telling the son, this guy, I've given him so much money because of these Neolife products. Yeah. Because now we are friends, and she uses the product, she enjoys the product, she enjoys the friendship that we have, and it's amazing. So it's fun dealing with customers. And if you take it as such, if you make your customers your friends, then you'll find that it will be easy for you to get customers, retain customers, and you'll make so much profit, and you'll grow a very big and solid business. And I can tell you one thing as a fact: the people who have a customer base stick in the business. If you want your distributors to stick in the business, introduce them to customer care, help them to develop a customer base. They will never quit this business, because the moment they feel discouraged, a customer calls and says, hey, I need TNN. You will not tell them, I'm discouraged, they can't bring you. No, 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 you need the money. You rush, you bring TNN, and you get your money. So that is it on my side. I'm going to stop there, and I will hand it over back to Grace so that we can go to the next level.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Fred. I'm sure everyone has learned so much, and we just need to go out and start actioning what Fred has taught us. Thank you so much, Fred. We really appreciate. And let's all go there and get through the notes again. And since we have a recording, we shall be able to send this so that you can listen and re-listen again. And if we all start practicing that, how would it feel? Like the first day of the month, we are all doing 100 points. It would feel very, very good. So I wish you the very, very best. We are now coming to the end of our meeting. Just 2 announcements so that we can all unmute and say the grace together. The last announcement I'm having is that we have 5 days to month end. Month end will be on 30th of this month, the first day. And then the second day, supposed to have done our minimum 100 points and sponsored and actually taking your net, we should not. And I'm sure if we start doing that, it's going to be very, very exciting. So I'm going to ask everyone, kindly unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself so that we can be able to say the grace together. Unmute from your side, unmute from your side. Thank you. Unmute Frida, unmute Edith, unmute Joyce. I can see unmute Mary Jane so that you can be able to say the grace together. Unmute yourself and we can go together. Let's